Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway visits the church's SOS Center in Oslo. The hereditary Grand Ducal family of Luxembourg visit a retirement home in Remick. And Queen Letizia of Spain attends an event on the occasion of Dia Mundial contra el Cáncer in Madrid. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Thursday, February 1st, 2024. In Madrid, Her Majesty Queen Letizia of Spain presided over an event organized by the Asociación Española contra el Cáncer, AECC, on the occasion of Dia Mundial contra el Cáncer 2024, held at the Espacio La Salle. According to the official website for the AECC, the association is a non-profit private social entity that has been declared a public utility established in 1953. The mission of the AECC is a fight against cancer, leading the efforts in Spanish society to decrease the impact of the disease and to improve people's quality of life. There are four main pillars that guide the activities of the association: information and awareness, cancer patient support, research and advocacy, and lobbying. Upon her arrival, the Queen was warmly welcomed by the second Vice President of the government and the Minister of Labor and Social Economy, Ms. Yolanda Diaz, the President of the AECC, Mr. Ramon Reyes, and members of the National Council of the AECC. Once inside the auditorium, Her Majesty the Queen gave a speech stating, quote, "The day is dedicated to the impact of a cancer diagnosis in the workplace on the people who have a job. We can imagine the diversity of situations in each of the people who suffer from the disease and what it means to face changes in all areas: physical, psychological, economic, work, and social. When we talk about cancer, and also in this case, it is important to approach everything in a comprehensive way and never lose sight of the fact that we are talking about vulnerable people, no matter their age or condition. All of us in this room know very dear people who have had cancer diagnosis and who were employees in a small, medium, or large company, or worked in the public sector, or were self-employed. Everyone knows what has happened." End quote. Thereafter, the Queen attended a roundtable discussion entitled "Challenges and Necessary Measures to Cover the Work Needs of Cancer Patients." The day ended with the Queen participating in a meeting with attendees. The meeting focused on ways to, quote, "unite all social actors with the aim of alleviating or reducing the work impact on people and cancer survivors, as well as learning about the difficulties that survivors face in the return to the workforce once they have overcome the disease." End quote. Meanwhile, Her Majesty Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom, as patron of the St. John's Foundation, celebrated the 850th anniversary of the St. John's Foundation in Bath. The day began at the 16th Chapel of St. Michael Within, with Her Majesty the Queen meeting with residents of the St. John's Foundation almshouses for tea. According to Buckingham Palace, the Chapel of St. Michael Within, quote, "sits within St. John's courtyard and is home to 40 of the 94 almshouses that the charity has for older adults." Originally founded as a medieval refuge, St. John's provides shelter and support for older adults, as well as working with children to make sure they have the best start in life. Her Majesty, as the Duchess of Cornwall, became patron of the charity in 2009. End quote. Thereafter, the Queen arrived at Bath Abbey to attend a service of celebration on the occasion of the 850th anniversary of the charity. During the service, Her Majesty the Queen unveiled a commemorative plaque which will, quote, "subsequently be placed in the courtyard of the Chapel Court almshouses." End quote. This afternoon, Their Royal Highnesses Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume and Hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie of Luxembourg, along with their youngest son, His Royal Highness Prince Francois of Luxembourg, visited the Sylviol Josephus retirement home in Remick. During the visit, the hereditary Grand Ducal family spent time with the residents and staff. In Eindhoven, Her Majesty, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, carried out a working visit to the waste-to-product company, Renewy. According to RVD, during the visit, the Queen was given a tour of the facility where she learned about the, quote, new sorting installation that separates hard plastics from waste. Hard plastics are released in a wide variety of products that are discarded, such as containers and garden furniture, household items, and toys. The circular material that comes from the sorting installation is used in the production of new end products. Recycled hard plastics from general waste are used, for example, in packaging crates. The better the sorting of the income waste stream, the higher the quality of the material that Renewy produces, up to the highest quality requirements. End quote. At the end of the visit, the Queen held a meeting with the company's management team and entrepreneurs in the recycling industry. I recycle every day. Yeah, I'm doing my part. On Wednesday, in Den Haag, His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands received letters of credence from newly appointed ambassadors to the Kingdom of the Netherlands at Paleis Noordeinde. The newly appointed ambassadors are from the Russian Federation, the Republic of the Seychelles, and the Republic of Mauritania. On Wednesday, Her Majesty Queen Sonja of Norway and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway hosted a reception at the Royal Palace in Oslo on the occasion of the 750th anniversary of the National Legal Code of King Magnus VII, the Lagabøte. According to the National Library of Norway, Magnus Lagabøte's Landslov from 1274 was the, quote, first functioning nationwide law in Europe. The law applied in Norway for 400 years. With the Landslova, Norway received a law that combined a new way of thinking from the continent with the Norwegian property tradition. In this law lie the seeds of the Norwegian rule of law and the idea of popular co-determination, which is a prerequisite for Norwegian democracy. The Landslova continued to build on the old Norwegian property tradition. At the same time, it was influenced by groundbreaking thoughts and ideas that were prevalent in Europe in the 13th century. For the first time, women were given the right to inherit, and poor people who were unable to feed themselves were no longer to be punished for stealing food. The right to travel freely in and harvest from nature, which we find again in our own daily life, is enshrined in the Landslova Act. End quote. During the reception, Her Majesty the Queen gave a speech, and the Crown Prince received a copy of Magnus Lagabøte's Landslov from the National Library of Norway. On Tuesday evening, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway, as High Patron, accompanied by the Mayor of Oslo, Ms. Anne Lindboe, visited the church's SOS Center in Oslo. The church's SOS is Norway's largest 24-hour crisis service by telephone and the internet, staffed by volunteers. Quote, for 50 years, we have offered conversations to everyone who needs a fellow human being to talk to when life is difficult. Volunteers are on duty 24 hours a day and throughout the year to answer inquiries by phone, chat, and SOS messages. The volunteers answer around 160,000 inquiries annually from people of all ages. The church's SOS has around 1,000 volunteers in the response service and 11 centers with 19 guard rooms across the country. End quote. During the visit, the Crown Princess and the Mayor spoke with the volunteers on duty and gained insight into how the volunteers deal with people in crisis. In Stockholm, His Royal Highness Prince Daniel of Sweden, as honorary chairman of the Heart-Lung Foundation, held a meeting with representatives of the Heart-Lung Foundation at the Royal Palace. During the meeting, the prince was given a, quote, recap of the past year's work and the activities that are planned this year when the Heart-Lung Foundation celebrates its 120th anniversary. The prince was also informed about the developments in the population study, SCAPUS. The long-term goal of the study is to be able to stop cardiovascular and lung diseases before they occur. A total of 30,000 Swedes are included in the study, of which 15,000 will now undergo a re-examination at 6 university hospitals in Sweden. End quote. And finally, in Warsaw, His Majesty King Frederik X of Denmark, accompanied by the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Mr. Lars Rasmussen, the Minister for Climate, Energy and Utilities, Mr. Lars Ugel, and the Minister for Food, Agriculture and Fisheries, Mr. Jacob Jensen, continued the 3-day official business promotional campaign to the Republic of Poland. The day began with the King and Minister Ugel visiting the metro station Narodowy. During the visit, the King witnessed a signing of a, quote, statement of intent between Warsaw's Metro, several Danish companies, and the Export and Investment Fund of Denmark. End quote. In the mid-morning, the King, accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Lars Rasmussen, and Minister Ugel, carried out a courtesy visit to the Deputy Mayor of Warsaw. This was followed by a roundtable discussion with Danish and Polish experts. The discussion focused on how cooperation between public and private actors can contribute to resolving the challenges of reducing CO2 in the world's large cities. The King also witnessed a signing of a statement of intent regarding CO2 neutral urban development with the Lower Silesia region. At 11 a.m., the King, accompanied by the Minister for Food, Agriculture and Fisheries, Mr. Jacob Jensen, arrived at the Warsaw Agricultural University to attend a conference. The focus of the conference was on, quote, climate-friendly approach to farming, livestock production, and biogas production, end quote. At the end of the conference, the King once again witnessed the signing of a statement of intent between the Warsaw University of Life Sciences and the Danish company Green Farm. The day ended with the King attending a reception at the Stettin Philharmonic Hall in the port city of Stettin. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Friday, February 2nd with all the latest royal news. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you a wonderful afternoon and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, again, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.